in the heart of West Africa. During the 15th century, a young man named Kwaku lived in a small village nestled between the great rivers. The village thrived on agriculture and trade, but it was often raided by nearby tribes, leaving the villagers in constant state of fear and desperation. Kwaku, known for his bravery and exceptional skill with spear, would often lead the young men in defending their home, but it was clear that mere bravery would not be enough to ensure their survival. One evening, after a particular brutal raid that left the village in ruins, Kwaku sat by the riverbank, pondering his fate. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the water, he decided that he would no longer stand by as a mere defender. He envisioned uniting the tribes of the area, forming a single powerful alliance that could protect not only his village, but also its neighbors. That night, he vowed to become an emperor. Kwaku began by visiting nearby villages, earning the trust of their leaders through acts of valor and service. He performed brave deeds such as defeating a formidable lion that had been terrorizing a neighboring tribe's castle. Word about his courage spread rapidly, and more warriors and leaders came to support his cause. As his efforts grew, Kwaku called for a great assembly at the sacred grove, where the elders met to confer. Leaders from various tribes gathered, weary yet curious about this young man who dared to aspire for greatness. Kwaku stood before them, his voice firm yet respectful. He spoke of unity, strength in numbers, and a shared future where their children would no longer live in fear. At first, the chiefs were skeptical. Tradition was deeply rooted, and the grudges between tribes ran deep. However, Kwaku's favor sparked a fire in their hearts. Slowly he began to win them over, proposing an alliance that respected their tradition, while forging a new path towards prosperity and peace. Over months, Kwaku railed more tribes to his cause. He trained an army, teaching them not only combat technique, but also the value of discipline, camaraderie, and responsibility. His charisma and strength united them. The mighty river that passed through their lands became a symbol of their connection, as they would often gather by its bank to practice their skills and share stories of hope. However, enemies soon emerged. A rival chief, Osei, ruling a powerful tribe to the north, felt threatened by Kwaku's growing strength. He railed his own forces, determined to crush Kwaku before he could reunite the surrounding land. Osei was known for his ruthless tactics and vast army, and his heart burned with the desire to maintain his dominance. As Osei prepared for war, Kwaku realized he had to act swiftly. He sent messages to his allies, promising that together they would face the threat and emerge victorious. One fateful day, as tension mounted, both armies met on the open plains under a glaring sun. The air was thick with anticipation. The battle began with deafening clash, steel against steel. Kwaku fought violently at the front, his spear swirling with a grace that inspired his warriors. Despite their smaller numbers, the united tribes fought with unprecedented spirit and determination, empowered by Kwaku's dream of peace and unity. It was a test of not just strength, but of purpose. In the end, Kwaku's belief in unity and courage overpowered Osei's greed for power, and he emerged victorious. With Osei defeated and his forces scattered, Kwaku turned to address both his warriors and those who had once become adversaries. Rather than seek vengeance, he extended a hand to Osei men, inviting them to join the newly formed coalition. Kwaku encouraged them to choose unity over division, wisdom over fear, and a shared dream over old grievances. In the following month, Kwaku was crowned emperor of his newly united tribes, establishing peace throughout the land. His rule was marked by justice and prosperity, as he worked tirelessly to ensure that every voice was heard. and every tribe felt a sense of belonging. Under his leadership, the region thrived, known for its rich culture, flourishing trade, and most importantly, its unity. Years later, Kwaku sat on his throne, looking over the vibrant kingdom he had fought to build. He remembered the river that had once symbolized separation and conflict, and now flowed as a monumental sign of togetherness. With a heart full of pride, he began to consider how to pass on the ideal of unity, courage, and wisdom to the next generation, as he wanted the legacy of peace to endure well beyond his time.